Welcome to another day in the Matrix, Waters Above Crypto. Today we're going to be doing a decode on Theta using Gematria. We're also going to get into the charts and do some TA on Theta to be able to see where the next buying opportunity would be and also where the next upside targets are in this bull run. We hit our subscriber goal of 2,000 subscribers, so I'm going to be doing a giveaway on April 1st. The giveaway is going to be for a free mastermind course, lifetime access. So if we can get this video to 400 likes, I'll be doing that giveaway on April 1st. So if you're new here, you like this content, please subscribe, like. I'm really excited to do that giveaway. I've been getting tons of support for the mastermind, so I really appreciate you guys. Also, if you're new here, we do cryptocurrency technical analysis and combine it with Gematria, Numerology, and Astrology to decode and understand these markets. So let's just get straight into this decode. So first thing I'm seeing with Theta is the T and the T upside down, as above, so below. Reminds me of the magician. As above, so below. So Theta is the 8th letter of the Greek alphabet, and it has a numerical value of 9. And one of the things that makes me think about is the planets. So counting Pluto, Venus is the 8th planet from Pluto. And if you don't want to count Pluto and count the moon as one of the celestial bodies that's important, you're still at the 8th celestial body. And for those people that don't believe that the moon matters, Hermes says otherwise. These people who have created all the important alchemy and deep understanding of our realm are very, very keen on the balance of spiritus. So, with that being said, this all connects back to Venus. And when you type in Theta into the Gematria calculator, you get an instant match on every cipher. You got the 54, 54, 81, 81, 18s, and 27s. And the 81 being very crucial when we get into the technical analysis, and you'll see why that 81 is so important. So this Theta token has been doing really, really well lately. Can't say anything bad about it. I do think that it's a little bit overvalued. And when we get into the TA, you're going to see why I'm feeling that way. And I do believe there's a potential buying opportunity coming really, really soon. So now that we've made this connection with the Theta being the 8th planet, or Venus, the 8th letter, and it has a numerical value of 9. And when we type in Theta, it reduces back to 9. You can see the reduction on all 4 ciphers. So we have that astrological connection between Venus, and then there's another astrological connection, which would be Jupiter. And where I'm getting this is the letter Theta means divine. It also has some other more, dark meanings, such as the skull and crossbones symbol, which comes back to Skull and Bones, which their day was March 22nd, and that was leading into the current all-time high of Theta. So this is a big connection that could be made here with the skull and crossbones and Theta. But as this word means divine, let's type that in. And what we're getting is some matches with Jupiter. Again, Jupiter being the king of the gods. You have the 99, 99, 36s match. And Jupiter being the king of the gods, or Zeus, like Jesus, and Jove, like Jehovah. Zeus, Jupiter, Jupiter. And this connection is really interesting. This connection between Jupiter and Venus and all things money and the economy keeps happening time and time again. Every single presentation I've made on every single thing that has to come back to cryptocurrency or the economy always involves Jupiter and Venus. It's very fascinating. And with that being said, you have the 18 connection, and then you have gods with the 18 connection. Venus, Theta, 18, gods, 18. And this all comes back to money with the 18. Of course, with Theta, you have the 54, which comes back to Catholics with the 54, and Jesuit order with the 54. And we're not just pointing fingers at the Jesuits here. I look at the Trinity, Washington, D.C., the Vatican, and the City of London. And this isn't about religion. This is deeper than that. This is elite bloodlines. The people who created the fiat money system created the digital currency system to have a big agenda towards this quantum financial system enslavement of humanity, taxing the unbanked. Okay? And of course, we have taxed with the 18, 81, 27, 54, 54, 18, 81, 27. It is matching on all ciphers in the exact same ciphers. And of course, with Theta being a Chinese project, everything about their economy is already in the current beast system. The social score mixed in with your social credit, allowing you loans or ability to go travel. This is all connected to this. And whenever people think that these cryptos are for freeing humanity or helping the little man, you have to understand that it comes at a cost. And Theta is no different. So make your money and get out, but don't get married to these projects. So Theta token, which is what the website is named, thetatoken.org. Of course, we're making some connections here. Bring up the Chaldean cipher, and we get the 42. And we made our Suez Canal ritual video showing you the 42s time and time again with the connection to Jesuit. And Theta Edge with the 42. Theta Edge being written right here, Theta Edge node, the 42. And Theta blockchain with the 84, which comes back to 84, Jesuit. This all with ideas coming back to the QFS, the quantum financial system. But with that being said, let's speed this up and get back to the Theta with the 81, because I was seeing that this 81 had a huge significance, and I'll show you where. So if you guys know my work, you've been seeing how I've been using Gematria to be able to determine when certain prices will hit on certain dates. And this isn't really something that is 100% accurate, but I think this presentation today will add a lot of merit to this practice. So we're going to go from January 1st, 2021, and we're going to extend this out 81 days. And this is the Tether chart, and Tether's updating on a different time zone than the rest of the other cryptos. The rest of the other cryptos having a daily close at 8 p.m. New York time. Tether having a different, anything with the Tether pair having a different close. So you can see that from the first day of the year, 81 days out, you get to this day right here. And if I hide everything, sorry for this, we're getting March 23rd, the day after the Skull and Bones ritual. So that's pretty fascinating to think that this all-time high price is happening within the day of the 81st day of the year, which comes back to the Gematria. This is so amazing how you could use this. So the date 3/23 being the 81st day of the year if we write that out with our numerology, let me type it in here actually, it would be easier. So you have 3 for March, 23 for the day, and 2021 for the year, and you get 13. And the price that we're trading at into those days was exactly the $13 range. And if you go to March 24th, you would obviously be adding 1 to that, and you're getting the 14. And what happens? It has a daily high that almost comes up to 15, doesn't quite get there, and then trades at 14 for the only day so far. So not only did we go 81 days in the year, but when we took the numerology from the 81st day and typed that date in, we could have done that all the way after New Year's. We could have just said, okay, Theta, it has the 81. Let's see what it's like to go 81 days out, and then let's type in the date numerology of March 23rd, 2021, and you could have determined that Theta could be $13 all the way back when it was $1.80. This is the crystal ball. So those people in the comments section that doubt this stuff, I feel sorry for you because you're closed-minded and you're holding yourself back from making immense potential gains in this market. This stuff is absolutely crucial to understand. So we have that and the obvious 324, the skull and bones connection to the 322, which the theta symbol in Greek is the skull and bones. And with this date hitting the all-time high, and we've seen consistent lower highs since that date. And I wouldn't be surprised if we have a downtrend now, potential dip before continuation to the upside. So let's just do some quick TA to give some ideas here into my strategy. What I'm going to do is take a fib retracement and I'm going to pull it from the breakout zone, which was right here in this area. And I'm going to extend this from the very bottom wick up to the high being that $14.95 region right here. And what you're seeing is this box. And this is something I teach in my mastermind, and I'm going over it here just very quickly. Basically what happens is there's potential now to move down into this box range right here of this 618,786. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying that would be the greatest buying opportunity you possibly get. And the reason why this stuff isn't out of the cards, because if you go to the monthly and then you pull up the RSI, we are sitting at a 98 on the monthly RSI. This thing was 99 at one point. That is so overheated. This thing needs a correction, because if it just keeps going ballistic from here, it's not going to be a healthy correction when it comes. It's going to be violent. 93 on the weekly RSI. So, of course, after 70, you're getting into overbought territory. This is extremely overheated. The 3-day 95, the 2-day 86, even that's a little much. And the daily looks like it's getting back into some normal range. So the daily would be great if it reset back to this area. You see, if I hold my cursor right there and you look to the left, we're looking at 46. Bitcoin does the same thing. It loves to pull back to around 45 on the daily RSI. So if we were to see a pullback of Theta into the 45 and then bounce, that would have been the most amazing buying opportunity. So you can use this RSI on the daily, anticipate if we get some daily closes below this 70 on the RSI, and you'll know that because that'll be matching price. You can see a nice little dip back into those levels. And what that would look like is sort of something like this. Let me remove this right here. It could look something like this. We get one daily close below the 236. It comes down to the 382. It dances there, and then it has this nice little like that. And you see that moment right there is going to be where every person holding Theta gets scared, except for the people who are aware of basic technical analysis, because that's going to be your opportunity. It could now come all the way back into this range right here, but I don't want to count on it on Theta because it's a very, very bullish project and it has an update coming in like 90 something days, the Theta mainnet 3.0. So keep that in mind, right? But what I would do if I was somebody who has access to these exchanges and has a little bit of cash on the sidelines, put in some limit orders right here, because these scam wicks that happen on these smaller exchanges, especially since Theta isn't on a lot of exchanges for United States citizens, it's harder to get. So do your research on how to get that. But having your buy orders set around $8 or lower, as low as 527, that would be the greatest buying opportunity accumulations you can get. Now, so we know that this level right here is where we would want to be buying. Take a horizontal ray and I could put it, let's just be conservative and put it right here at the 5 fib. That would be fair because of how bullish Theta is and the fact that it has an update coming soon. And this is a pretty big buying range. So again, anyone who knows my work, I'm a proponent of dollar cost averaging. I don't really like the whole idea of, just buy everything all at once. So this is the big range. And of course, you can see right here, there's a cluster of support, and that would be where you would be looking to see a bounce. Typically, it would get above it. So let's just say $7.50, and it would confirm it as support. So it would look like that. And that looks exactly the way I drew it out before. You always look to a previous cluster of trading to determine your next support. Now, if we want to know upside targets, that's pretty simple. Assume that the bottom of where it corrects to is $7.50. We pull from the all-time high down to that $7.50 level. Again, this is if it's very bullish, right? You're going to be looking at the 1618 at around 20 bucks. Now, when these cryptos move, they'll dance around the 1618, but once they start dancing around this and confirm they are up, it'll go all the way to the 4236. So we're looking at about a $40 theta on the next move. And again, this project is so bullish that it could probably go straight to 50. So you're talking about anyone who's getting in using the advice of the previous fractal. Again, not financial advice. This is about understanding that it's technical analysis advice. It's educational. But you're looking at just to the 4236, a 400% move from the 750 buying cluster, the support zone, all the way up to the next move, which isn't even a full 40 or $50. So it has 400 to 500% upside from here. And I would call that an amazing play. I'm not saying trade this. I'm not saying leverage trade this. I'm saying for anyone who's sitting on the sidelines on Theta, give it a moment. Give it a moment to correct. Okay? Give it some time for the RSI to reset. If you're somebody who wants to just get in on a play, put a very small amount in now and then dollar cost average as you see it correct, because this needs to correct. I'm not saying that it won't go higher from here immediately. It could absolutely turn around and go all the way up. But you need to be vigilant because a lot of people, the whales manipulate you at the top. They know exactly how to play this market, and you probably don't. So this sort of TA is helpful, I think. It's very helpful in getting people to be calm and not FOMO, because there's a big FOMO wick right there, and that probably got a lot of people fleeced. You can see Theta doesn't have big wicks, but this wick right here, and then this wick on the downside the day after, that's a very volatile swing. That's a big 30% move in a 24-hour period. That's the kind of shakeout that only whales can do with a lot of liquidity. Remember, a lot of this Theta is being staked to earn T-fuel. So you can't really just get out easily, right? You have to have some on exchanges. But anyways, with that being said, we know that the $9 level to the $7.50 is most likely the big buying opportunity. As low as 5 is possible, but that would be very unlikely in my opinion because of how bullish it is. Again, the upside target is around $40 to $42, and that would mean that even if you bought today, you made a really nice call. Again, not financial advice. So I'm going to quickly just look into what Bitcoin's doing and then XRP, and then we're going to call it. So what I drew here was a nice little bull flag with a staff that is, yep, I mean, I think we're getting close. Like I said, my target on my videos was April 5th for a breakout. I'm still looking for that range, meaning new all-time highs by April 5th. A half staff breakout shows us we're looking at 69,000, and my call was eventually 72,000 before we gas out. So I'm looking for around $72,000 Bitcoin. I don't have a specific date. I believe it will happen in the month of April, and basically I'm just watching it unfold as we speak. This is a very bullish pattern that we're seeing right now. These bull flags continue to break out time and time again. They broke out here, and then right here, this move was very, very premature. But if you called it through this movement right here, that was still a generous move from 49,000 to 62,000. So we're getting ready. We have to see how Monday opens, and I'll start doing my normal TA tomorrow. XRP, I am so stoked about this movement. Look at this. I had someone in the video yesterday comment talking about how I said it would be $1 on March 22nd. I never said that. I said that we would see 60 cents to 70 cents moving into the end of March. And we've literally, when I made that video, the price was 42 cents, and we had 2 wicks up to 60 cents on March 22nd and 23rd. So, I mean, please watch my videos, pay a little more attention, and instead of going in the comments and making a statement, how about you ask a question? Because questions are actually have utility. We could help each other in this community, but we don't have any time for that negativity. It's important that we don't look at this so specifically. If it's one day before or one day after, it doesn't matter. My breakout target for $1 is in April. Again, I made the video yesterday touching on all the technical reasons why. And I think right now we're building a really nice support in that 50-cent level. And that's a pretty generous move to be up 30%. So if anyone was buying the day I made that video when we were around 42 to 43 cents, you're currently up higher than most people are on their yearly returns in the stock market. Just saying. You know, this isn't about me making good calls or not. I'm just trying to say that we did technically call it by having all, this chart hasn't changed at all. And look at the structure. We've broken out of this downtrending resistance. We've broken out of this downtrending resistance. We've confirmed it as support on a really bloody day, by the way. One of the most bloody days we've seen for altcoins in a while, and popped up nicely. And you see how this red box, we drew this red box way before it happened, at least 2 weeks before it happened in my mastermind. And you see this yellow line right here, that was my resistance line. And where did we hit in our wicks? Exactly that level. So like I said, until we get daily closes above this 60-cent level, we're just going to keep ranging. And it doesn't mean we could pop a little lower here and there. XRP is just getting ready for continuation to the upside. It's short and sweet. It's something like I made a video about discussing that it's 2022 that you're going to see the big numbers. But for right now, it's all about accumulation, and it's all about being patient, and it's about hedging yourself against any problematic portfolio decisions you've made. So going all in on XRP is never the way to go. Going all in on any project really isn't the way to go. You need to be diversified in a safe portfolio that's based on the long term. So if you're discouraged with what you're seeing with XRP, don't be. Just be patient. Sit back and relax. And if you need help learning more about these markets and want to be able to have a statistical edge on the rest of these people that are giving advice, join our mastermind. Tons of incredible content in there. We've gotten over 80 videos, adding new videos every single week. Lately, we've been focusing a lot on Gematria Numerology, and I've also been giving some insider information. So all the videos that I do on my mastermind are private, and when we get the Patreon going next week, it'll be really, really nice to connect a community to our mastermind. So that's something I'm working on in the Patreon. We're going to have a mastermind community, And I'm also going to be offering portfolio reviews. So for anyone who already knows technical analysis or is already trading but needs help with having someone else look over their portfolio and give some strategy and a little bit of a game plan moving forward, that's a service I'm going to be offering because I've been having a lot of people ask me for help with that. And yeah, so with that being said, Patreon's coming soon. If this video can get to 400 likes, we'll be doing that giveaway for the free mastermind on April 1st. And until then, enjoy the rest of your day in the Matrix. Much love.